Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing another Tryhackme walkthrough, Agent Sudo. Now, it feels like it's been forever since I've done a Tryhackme walkthrough, so hit that like button, hit that sub button. I also have started doing news updates for cybersecurity at the end of each week. I'm going to start doing those, so hopefully you guys like the content. If you do, hit that like button, hit that sub button. It's the only way that I can keep progressing, and we're almost to 15,000 subs, so thank you so much. Let's get right into it. All right. So author note, welcome to another blah, 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 don't care. All right, so let's enumerate it. So first things first, let's go ahead and get this baby spun up. Now, I am going to view this in full screen so you guys don't have to sit here, and then I should be able to minimize that. There we go. So it's gonna ask us how many open ports, how you redirect yourself to a secret page, and then what is the agent name. So first things first, let's just take a little quick action in map. The IP was, I didn't even look at the IP, 10.10.60.153, 10.10.60.153. All right. Now, let's go ahead and look. Pretty easy. FTP, SSH, HTTP. Okay, so first things first, I'm just gonna, and I say that a lot, I realize, so I apologize on that. Let's go ahead and open. I'm gonna try not to say it so much, is my point. Let's go ahead and open this and go to the website. If it'll load, we got it. We got it. Okay. HTTP 10.10. What did I say? 60.153. Is that right? That'd be sweet if I got that right. 60.153. Let's go. I got it. We hit enter. Okay, dear agents, use your own code name as a user agent. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got a couple answers. We got how many ports are open, 3. How you redirect yourself to a secret page, user agent, which it told us. So okay, right off the bat, we're getting some pretty good information. So let's go ahead and turn on now. I want to make sure you guys can see this. Let's go ahead and right here on the right, you see right there, there's Foxy Proxy on this. If I can get out of the way. And I'm going to turn it on to Burp. So I want to use Burp Suite. So now we're going to go ahead and open Burp Suite under Web Burp Suite. And one thing to take away is right away it's telling us you need to use your code name as the user agent. So we don't know code names yet, but looking at it, it's a pretty safe bet that has something to do with the alphabet because there's an agent R. So agent R is obviously going to be our first code name attempt, right? Because we see that there's an agent R and it's telling us to use our code name. So we're going to try and take his and see if we can get into his, maybe, hopefully. Let's see if we can actually get into his account. So we'll say later. We're not going to update it right now. We're going to say burp, settings, everything's good. We should go to proxy. Now we'll hit refresh. When we go to refresh, we'll see that in here. So you can see that it's in here and it's going to 10.10.60 fit 153. So we're going to go ahead and send this over to repeater. And now that's over in repeater, all we have to do is change this user agent. We'll get rid of the Firefox and all that. And we'll change it to R. Let's see what we get when we hit R. Oh, it says, what are you doing? Are you one of the 25 employees? If not, I'm going to report this incident. And then you get the same thing. Dear agent, use your own code name. Well, that tells us we got something different, which tells me that something's going on. But one thing I take away right off the bat is I know that there's 26 numbers in the alphabet, and there's 25 employees. Well, we know R is not one of them, so it makes sense to me that they're letters in the alphabet because 25 employees plus agent R is 26 letters. So let's just go with A. Okay, didn't get anything different. Looks like we just got use your own code name again. We go B, and yes, I know you can automate this, but I also know that it is right here. We said C, and it may look like nothing happened, but if you look, it says follow redirection. So we actually have a redirection. So, and you can see the agent C attention.php is the location. So we follow that redirection, and look at this. We got a redirection. So it says, do you still remember our deal? But it says at first, attention Chris. So right off the bat, there's an answer to another one of our questions. What is the agent name? So let's go to the next ones. And it says, Attention Chris, do you still remember our deal? Please tell Agent J, so we already have another user, the stuff ASAP. Also, change your goddamn password is weak. So pretty quickly we can assume that we're going to brute force his password, right? It's pretty easy to tell he has a weak password. So right off the bat, I'm just going to go ahead and say we're going to probably use Hydra. Now, we could try this on the SSH, but I have a sneaking suspicion based on here that we're grabbing files and the next question says FTP password, that we need to brute force the FTP password. So we're going to say Hydra, and we're going to say tac L for login, and we're going to say Chris because we know that was his name, and then we say capital P for password, and we're going to use user share word lists, word lists, and that word list we're going to use is rocku. Okay, and then we're going to say FTP, and it is 10 10 60 153. So we should be able to hit enter here, watch it go, and watch it attack. And what this is doing is it's using that rocku word list, and it's actually going to go run through each one and try it as a password on the FTP server, which is file transfer protocol, as we know. So therefore, we're actually going to keep trying to brute force the password. I apologize, it's not brute forcing, it's a dictionary attack. It's commonly mistakenly called brute forcing, and in here I believe they call it brute forcing right there, which it's not. So keep that in mind. But as this goes through, we should see here shortly the actual password come through, and then we can answer that question. Now, one thing I'm going to do, because I know we don't have to use burp anymore, I'm going to turn this off so it stops loading and sending the information to burp, and then we'll come back here and we'll just wait. And you can see it's trying all these tries per task, which is fine. And we're going to just wait. It's going to sit here and it's going to run, and then there you go. Look at that, Chris and Crystal. Now it's going to keep going. I'm going to stop it because I don't want it to keep going. But the password is Crystal, and that was the next question. Crystal. Okay. Well, you notice it says zip file password. So we know we have to do something with a zip file, but first we have to get into the server, right? So FTP 10 10. My finger went off the key. 60 153. And it's going to ask us for a name. We say Chris, and the password is Crystal. Boom, we're in. Okay, so now it says toagentj.txt. So we already knew about Agent J. We saw it in one of the other messages, so it's not something crazy. But let's take a look at it. We're going to say get to agentj.txt, and usually I would grab them all, but I just want to see what this is first. So we'll go ahead and open a tab, and we'll say cat to agent J. Dear Agent J, all these alien-like photos are fake. Okay. Agent R stored the real picture inside your directory. Well, we see here there's cutie and there's an alien there, so we know that. Your login password is somehow stored in the fake picture. It shouldn't be a problem for you. Well, that should be easy because this is the alien picture, so we're looking at this cutie picture. So we'll just say get cutie.png. We need to get that picture. And now let's go ahead and cat that picture, right? It's cutie.png. Let's just see what it is. Oh, God. I'm never going to be able to read all of that. But there is one thing to look at here. Right here. To agent R, .txt. So that tells me that there's a text file hidden in here somewhere. So we'll clear that out. And we're going to use binwalk. Binwalk just goes through and tells us what files are in here. And we're going to say binwalk. And we're going to say cutie.png. It's going to actually walk the binary and tell us. And you can see, look at that. There is a zip archive in here. So all we got to do now is binwalk, tac E for extract, cutie.png, and look at this. It will actually extract them. So it did extract them. So we'll clear that out. And you can see there's the regular initial cutie.png. And then you can see here's the cutie.png extracted. So we say cd cutie.png extracted ls, and there's a zip file crap. That's what they told us we will need a password for. Well, let's see if that toAgent, okay, toAgent R is empty. My guess is the zip file, once we actually extract it, will write to that agent R, hopefully. So let's go ahead and look, and we can see it's a zip file. We could actually go ahead and unzip it, but I'll tell you, it'll ask for a password. We don't have it. So we're going to say zip to John. If you've never used this, it's just going to convert it to a file that we can actually use with John the Ripper. So zip to John 8702.zip, and we're just going to name it whatever you want. I'm just going to name it name.txt. Okay, now we can just say John for John the Ripper, and we can just say name.txt. And you can see it's going to run, and it's going to sit here and try and figure out the password. Now, how does it do this? Similar to what we did before, but it's going to use its own word list. See, it uses opt John password.list. So the password is alien. Okay, really cool. We found the password. So now we just have to actually extract the alien password, right? So that shouldn't be hard for us. That should be pretty easy. So all we have to do, go through and say 7-zip. We'll want to actually pull this out. So we're just going to say 7-zip, E for extract, 8702. And you're going to see, yes, we want to overwrite. And it's going to ask us for the password. Well, the password we know was alien. Hit enter. Looked like it worked. Everything is okay. So now we say ls, and we can actually grab that toAgent R. And look at that. Agent C. That's us. We need to send the picture to blah, 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 as soon as possible. Well, pretty quickly, I can tell that's probably base 64 encoded. So all we have to do is say echo, and then say base 64, tac D for decode. And look at that, area 51. Interesting. So let's see what answers we have. Well, we have the zip file password. That was alien. And then we have the steg password, which is Steganography, which is what we just did, which is area 51. Perfect. So now we actually have a little bit of information. So it says, if we actually put the whole message together, Agent C, we need to send the picture to area 51 as soon as possible, which that's actually a hint for later, and you'll see why. So we have the password for steghide, so we can just say steghide, and we actually got to download the alien photo because that's the only photo left, right? Because it said, they told us they stored the password for the alien photo in the fake alien photo. So we say get cute alien.jpg. So we know that they stored the password for it. We have the password, right? So now we can say steghide and then extract tac sf and then cute alien and then .j. Hopefully that worked. It started overwriting itself. Hold on. See, that's what I was worried about. All right, there we go. Steghide and then extract and then sf cute alien.jpg. Okay, enter the passphrase. Well, area 51. Ooh, I didn't get it right. What did I do? Let's look at area 51. Was it capital or not? Because I capitalized it. Let's see. Area 51. It was capital. Maybe I messed up. Area 51. Okay, that didn't work. Could not open the file. Let's see. Let's look at it. Maybe because it's not even in the right directory. That's probably why. That math checks out. So pretty quickly, I can tell I messed up. Go back, steghide. There it is. I was in the wrong directory. That's all. Passphrase area 51. Wrote extracted data to message.txt. So let's look at message.txt. We cat message.txt. Hi, James. Okay, so we know Agent J's name now, which I don't know if it asked for that. It does. Who is the other agent? James. Glad you found this message. Your login password is hacker rules. Pretty easy. Don't ask me why the password looks cheesy. Ask Agent R who set this password. So right off the bat, I know it's probably in our SSH in, right? So we're going to say James at 10:10. What else was it? 10:10 60:153. And then the password is hacker rules. And boom, we're in. That was pretty easy. So now we're in. So now we say ls. There's our user flag, cat user flag. Boom. Take that flag, submit it. Oops. There's his password, by the way, hacker rules, exclamation point. Here's the flag. Now it says, what is the incident of the photo called? Now we have to open that photo. That's the key. So we'll say Python 3 tackim http.server. This actually starts a simple server that we can actually just go to in our web browser. So we can actually go here and say 8000 because that's what port it's on. And here is our alien autopsy photo. And look at that. Now, you could probably guess this because it says we got to send it to Area 51. It's an alien, and you could probably guess what it is. But what you can do is you can actually save this image or copy the image, right? And then you can go to images.google.com. Reject all, doesn't really matter. And we can upload an image, which we can just paste this one, and do a reverse image search. And if you look, you can see a bunch of stuff here. Funny enough, you'll actually see a walkthrough for this. But you can see Roswell video. Okay, so pretty well you can tell it's from Roswell. So you can see it's a Roswell alien autopsy. That's what it is. If you read the articles, that's what this is a Roswell alien autopsy photo. Okay, so don't need to do too much on that one. Get out of there. We can leave that going. It doesn't really matter. We're going to go ahead and stop the simple server. And now we're still logged in as James, thankfully. So that answers our question. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to escalate our privileges. Well, to do that, we would usually say sudo tackl. And this is just one way. You don't have to do it this way. And we're going to say password for James. And it was hacker rules. Exclamation point. All right. And it says all exclamation point root bin bash. Now, if you don't look at this closely, you might say, well, that means they can run everything as root, but it doesn't. It actually is a little bit different because it's got that exclamation point root. So let's go ahead and go here and let's search that because I want to know, is there a vulnerability here? And if you look, one of the first things is a security bypass. Okay, so that's exploit DB. Here's the CVE 2019 14287. And if you look, what is the CVE number? 2019 14287. Pretty quick, pretty easy. And then you can go through here and it tells you exactly check for the permissions. We have it. So hacker can't run bin bash as root. That's what it says. You can't run bin bash as root. Okay, perfect. Well, what we can do is exploit that by running this sudo tacu #1 bin bash. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. So we say sudo tacu number tac1 /bin /bash. Wow, look at that, root. Now we just cd into the root directory. We cat the root.txt. Look at that. Your flag is B53, blah, 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 all that jazz. And then it says bonus. Who is Agent R? Well, it says here by Deskel, aka Agent R. So there's your bonus question as well. It is Deskel. So hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully you guys can get through this box. It's a pretty easy one, but it is a little bit fun. I like anything with a theme. I like how you progress through and find the pictures and stuff like that. So I like the themes. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if this is you guys like seeing these walkthroughs, or if you'd rather me stick to some of my other content, or what you guys prefer, because I'd like to keep growing and keep you guys informed and keep helping you guys out. So thanks guys, have a great day.